Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Now, let's look at example 1, special order without opportunity cost. Coca Berhad manufactures and markets living drink, which is sold for 2 ringgit per can. Okay, current output is 400,000 cans per month, and this represents 80% of the firm's capacity. So they have the opportunity to utilize their surplus capacity by selling their product at 1 ringgit and 30 per can to a supermarket chain that will sell it as an own label product. So total cost for the previous month 560,000 ringgit, of which 160,000 are fixed costs. So this represents a total cost of 1 ringgit and 40 cent. So how do they get 1 ringgit and 40 cent per can? So that is, you take the 560,000 divided by the 400 cans that they are producing, the 400 cans. So you will get 560 divided by 400, you will get 1 ringgit and 40 per can. Okay, based on the above data, should Coca Berhad accept the supermarket order? So you need to decide, you need to make a decision whether you want to accept this particular order or you want to reject this particular order. You calculate that the total cost is 140 cents per can and the requested selling price is 1 ringgit and 30 per can. Okay, so how to solve this problem? Step 1 is you determine the surplus capacity. How much is your surplus capacity? Given in the question, the current output is 400,000 cans per month. And this represents 80% of the firm's capacity. So you work out how much is the excess capacity that you have. So mathematically, 80% is 400,000 cans. If it is 1%, that will be 400,000 divided by 80. And you work out the 100%. So that 100% comes up to 500,000 cans. So currently you are operating at excess capacity. Okay. So this one, you look full capacity. That means the 100% is 500,000. Currently, you are operating at 80%. How do I know 80%? Given in the question. Okay. Given in the question that currently you are operating at 80% of the capacity. That means you are currently producing 400,000. You are able to produce up to 500,000, but currently you are producing only 400. Therefore, you have excess capacity of 100,000 units. So, if you accept that special order quantity, that special order quantity is 100,000. So, there will be no more shortage or excess. So, that extra or excess capacity of 100,000 cans that represent the amount of the excess capacity or the special order that the company can entertain. So in this situation, the excess capacity is just enough to produce the special order quantity. As you know, given in the question, mentioned in the question, they have the opportunity to utilize their surplus capacity. So this indicates that the surplus capacity, that is the remaining 20%. So you use that extra capacity, the 20%, to sell your product, to produce and sell your product at 1 ringgit and 30 per can. Okay. Next is you need to do the evaluation. You want to see whether you are making a profit or loss from this special order. The decision rule is if it gives you a profit, then proceed. If it is not, then don't proceed with the special order. Okay. You see, calculate the revenue from that special order. So you are taking 100,000 cans just now. You are producing 100,000 cans. And that 100,000 cans, you can sell at 1 ringgit and 30 cent per can. So 1 ringgit and 30 times 100 gives you 130,000 ringgit. Look at the relevant cost. Okay, the relevant cost. If you make that product, you will incur 1 ringgit per can. How do I calculate this 1 ringgit per can? Remember just now, you calculate this one as the total cost. This one, the total cost. You calculate the total cost as 1 ringgit and 40. Is that correct? When you want to make decision, remember, only take into consideration the relevant cost. In this case, we assume the cost is fixed. in this case, we assume that the fixed cost is irrelevant. Okay, the fixed cost is constant, therefore we assume that the fixed cost is irrelevant for this decision making. Okay, so the fixed cost, the 160,000, is irrelevant. Therefore, you have to minus that, the 560 minus the 160. So that gives you this one. Okay, that gives you the 400,000 ringgit. So the 400,000 ringgit divided by the 400,000 cans that you are producing, that gives you a 1 ringgit per can. Okay, so that is the variable production cost. So the remaining 40 just now is your fixed cost. Okay, you ignore the fixed portion, just take into consideration the marginal cost or the variable cost. So that is your relevant cost of making the special order. So you are making 100,000 cans times with your 1 ringgit per can. So that will gives you a 100,000 ringgit. So you compare that 130,000 with your 100,000, that gives you a profit of 30,000 ringgit. This figure is positive, so it gives you a profit. So if it is a profit, then your decision will be you accept the special order. Why? Because the company gained a profit of 30,000 ringgit, or you can say it increases the company's profit by 30,000 ringgit. Okay, that is one example of a special order.